Anyway, hello everyone, it's me, Simeon, and today we took. What the fuck? Hello everyone, it's me, Simeon, and today we'll be taking a look at Samsung's attempt at its own operating system, aka the Bada OS on the Samsung Wave. Now, the Samsung Wave was a phone released in April 2010, a few months before the original Galaxy S1, and it was like it had a little bit more premium look, as the S1 had just a normal plastic back. The Samsung Wave had a brushed aluminum type of back of plastic on the top and bottom, as well as the rear camera, 5 megapixels, and the LED flash, which the S1 didn't have, and then the white they chose it in this diamond shape. Everything is, to be honest. Now here we have like the wake button, and obviously I have no clue what the hell this button does. By the feel of it, it's a camera button. Up front we have a call button, which is also the power on, the home key, and the call answer button. The front camera and the sensors in the one speaker here. On this side we have volume buttons. On the top, a headphone jack, speaker, and the micro USB port with a cover. That, like, it doesn't work too well. The bottom just doesn't really have anything except a microphone. Now this phone, as you can already see, runs Samsung's TouchWiz UI 3.0, very much like the Samsung Galaxy S1. It looks very much similar. But Samsung back in its day really pushed this phone because they wanted to basically control everything, sort of like Apple, with their own operating system and everything. In the meanwhile, they also released an Android phone, just in case it fails, and it did fail. It did not end up like Nokia did with the Lumia series, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it's TouchWiz, except it's more Samsung than ever before. As you can see, it's like similar-ish, mostly. Basically the same stuff, same UX. But unlike this one, which ran Android, this one ran Samsung's own Bada OS, which had its own app ecosystem. Wasn't compatible with Android in any way. It actually was compatible with Java mobile games, at least some of them, alongside its own type of apps. Though Java games, like simpler games, like for example Snake, yes, you can have games from Nokia phones on this. It's a bit cursed. But yet works. Even the modern Snake works, though. Tried touch games or like Symbian touchscreen devices, like for example the Nokia 500, and yeah, they don't work that great. Yeah. And then some just completely crash the device. Maybe. Or just be very broken. See, it thinks it's a touch game, but it's actually not a touch game, so that's really weird. And then, yeah, of course, that's like its own type of games. For example, Asphalt 5. which was made for this Nugget specifically, and all the other waves that came after this. Not that many though, like 5 at least. Yeah, what's also kind of interesting is that the screen has like curves here, like this, that make the screen kind of recessed. So I guess kind of protects the screen from like scratches like this, and also cracks and whatnot. And yeah, it's pretty interesting Nugget. It runs Samsung's own CPU. It's one of the first phones with the Super AMOLED screen. Not the first, it's one of the first few. And yeah, of course, it failed. Why? Because Android and iOS were already the operating system for 2+ years. So basically everyone already had an Android, and all the developers developed for Android. Since not that many people were buying the Wave, developers didn't really want to develop for this, because why develop in a platform that doesn't have anyone using it? Yeah, they just didn't develop the apps for this Nugget, and that's why it failed. Basically, like any other smartphone operating system that tried to compete with iOS and Android, it's the same story in the end. Otherwise, its camera is alright. Obviously, you can't get the best results because someone tried to chew the camera, but I'll show some, like a few example photos. There's this one, the S4, and my Fold right now. Yeah, this was a very interesting attempt at Samsung trying to make its own ecosystem and software and everything, but developers didn't want to, and that didn't happen. Bro, look. Look how similar they are. Alright. They're pretty similar, yet still kind of different. Come on. Settings, for example, they look better here than on Android. As you can see about it's the Wave 1 and Bottle 1.0. That's like the only way you can check the battery percentage. And it has a Samsung CPU and all crap. And yeah, multitasking was kind of similar. Just this, before they evolved to get pages and all that sort of stuff. They run... Yeah, you know, you get it. Samsung tried to make its own OS, but failed because no one cared. So they did Android like they already were doing. And Android worked out. And now they're like one of the biggest Android manufacturers in the world. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Samsung Wave. So, thanks for watching and goodbye.